Hello dear students, in this video we are going to see about how to use the keyword throws in when we create a custom exception. So in the previous video we have seen how to create a custom exception. So in the same example I am going to teach you how to use this throws keyword over there. So, as in the question, we are going to develop a Java program to read the age of a person from the user. So, if the age is less than 18, it should not be acceptable. And construct a user-defined exception called invalid age exception, and we have to throw it. And so, when the this condition is violated. So let me create our own exception called invalid age exception. To make it as an exception, I have to extend the class predefined exception class. Right, and here we are going to make a constructor, and I just say as we did here previously, I'm going to say check your age. It is, and I just say display the age as well. So to show the age, I'm going to get the age as an input here. For the constructor, we are going to receive the input as a age. So this is our use define exception. Let us use it. So in the previous example, we checked the age in the inside the main function, right? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create another one function inside the class. Otherwise you can create a new class also, whatever it may be. Now not to confuse, let me create a new class. Let me make it as check age. So that is a class. Okay, so inside this I'm going to have a function called age check. Age, let it be age. Okay, so I'm going to check, this function is to just check the age, right? I'm going to get the age as a input for this function. Inside here, I'm going to check if age is less than 18. What we have to do? We have to create an exception. Whenever we want to create our own exception, we have to use the keyword throw, and we have to create an object of the exception type. So here, our object, the exception type we created is invalid age exception, and I'm going to pass the age because here in the constructor we are receiving it, right? So that's it. And immediately you can see there is an error because whenever there is an exception, it should be handled. So this code should be surrounded by try, right? And immediately after the try, what should be there? Catch. So what it should catch? It should catch the exception of type invalid age exception. That is our own exception. So this is how we create. So the this class has done. It has checked the age. If it is less than 18, it is creating exception. Okay, if the age is not less than 18, so we, if you want, you can write the else part as well if you need. You can say system.out.println you are eligible to vote. Like that you can say you are eligible to vote, or whatever you want, you can write it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this function age to check it. So I just create an object. If I want to use that function, I want to create the object of the class, right? So I just created, and now I say c dot age function, and let us pass the age as 15. So since the age is less than 15, less than 18, so what will happen? Here I have created an object for this class. Using that object, I am calling this function, and the argument I given is 15. So here you have 18. Sorry, age is now 15 here. So I'm checking 15 less than 18. The condition is true. So we are now purposefully creating an exception using the keyword throw. And now since there is an exception, immediately the catch will be coming. Here you can say system.out.println check wait until the ages wait for what something you can write. Okay, so the solution for the problem. So this is how it will be done, and let me run this program. So when I run it, okay, to run it specially. So already we know that first the program execution always starts from 1 second. Is there is any problem here? So you know that the program execution always start from the main function. So here it come here there is an object for the class. Using that object we are calling the age function. So it will come to the age function of that class, and the age is 15. So it will so the condition is true. So it is throwing an exception. So here we create an object. So immediately we'll call the corresponding what constructor. So it'll come here and it is printing check your age. It is it's 1 second. I'll run it again because it is calling some other class. Okay, so it is coming here. Check your age. It is okay. So already the same exception is already there in the package. So it is creating a problem. So let me name it as exception one. So not to confuse with the other one. So that will not get any problem. Okay, so because inside the same package, I have shown a example, no? So that is what it confused. So now it will be all right. So it is now running. So here I am saying throw invalid exception. It's come to the constructor here, and inside the constructor it is saying check your age. It is so same thing is printed here. After then it will come back to this place. So this will be thrown to the corresponding cache, and it will come here, and it is saying wait for vote. This is how a normal user defined exception will be working. Now we want to learn about throws keyword, right? So what actually is now if this function is not going to handle this exception. So what it mean? For example, I'm checking the curly brace. I'm checking if the age is less than 18. So what should I do? I have to throw the exception. So I say throw new and this exception invalid age exception 1, and I have to say the age as well. But this here there is an exception. So immediately showing error. So whenever there is an exception, we have to handle it. But I am not going to handle this exception inside this function. Instead, I'm going to throw it outside of it. So here only we have to use this exception. So I say throws invalid exception 1. So I'm not going to handle this exception inside this function. Instead, I'm going to throw it outside of the function. So that is why, so nearby the signature of the function, I'm going to use the throw so that this function is not going to handle it, but the function, the place where it is called, no, there you have to handle it. So where it is called inside the main function, if you go there, you can see an error. Now in this place, you have to say try because this is the place where it calls those exceptions. So here I have to say the catch and I have to handle it. So that's it. So here I can say system.out.println wait for 18. So something I can write here. So now if I run it, this always the program execution, I'm again start from the main. It is having an object of the class and I'm calling the function c.age. It will come here and it's checking there is the condition is true, so it is throwing an exception. Whenever I create an object, first it will go to the constructor so that this is printed, and let us run it. So first the content inside the constructor will be run, and then it will come back to the place where it is called. So it will be displaying check your age. It is A15. Then it will come to the place and it will go, since this function is not handling, it will throw to the place where it is called. So here it is handled and now it will come here and it says wait for 18. So this is how we can able to use the keyword throws. So if a function is not ready to handle that exception, in the signature we use throws and we will throwing that exception because somehow this exception should be cached or handle it. So we are throwing it to the place where it is called. So c dot age, this function is called in this main function. So here we are handling it with a try and catch. So this is how we have to use throws keyword, and I hope now you can understand the difference between throw and throws. Throw is to throw our own exception. Throws is when a particular function is unable to, is not ready to handle the exception. Then we are going to use the throws in the place of the signature, and it is throwing out of the function. And where this function is called, in that place we have to handle. So here it is called, and here we are handling the exception. So thank you. Hope you have understood. God bless you.